Dodgers make sneaky good signing at just when you need it most. All right, yeah, and okay, this is maybe a 24 hours old or a little bit older than that, but it's a sneaky good signing, and I'm going to explain exactly why this is a signing that the Dodgers needed to make at this point because there's not much else you can do. Expanded rosters kicked off, so now you got more players, you got more position players, you got an extra pitcher in the mix too as well. So what did the Dodgers do? Who was the guy? Who was the sneaky good signing? Andrew Heaney. Andrew Heaney. And you're like, what, Brad? Come on. Andrew Heaney, who's this guy? Remember, he was a Dodger, 2022. He pitched for the Dodgers and 3.10 ERA. Yes, now you're saying, Brad, that's 3 years ago. That's fine. You can keep saying these statements to me. I'm fine with it. But 3.10 ERA, he knows the Dodger clubhouse. Let me just explain this right now. The guy's already been a Dodger. I feel like a guy that's already been a Dodger has the advantage over somebody who's coming fresh into the team who doesn't know what's going on. So I feel like with Andrew Heaney, and he had success too as a Dodger in 2022. So why did the Pirates release him? I mean, his ERA is not very healthy this season, a 5.39. He's 5-10. He's 34 years old. You're going, but why? But why, Brad J? Look, here's it is in a nutshell. Here's the reasons I give him. I would say, 5 reasons, okay? Number 1, he can give the starter a break, especially during the postseason, right? If a starter needs a break, he needs there to help out, right? Number 2, long relief, right? If you need that option, you need a guy to go 2+, here's a guy for you who can do that because he's used to being a starter. Okay. Number 3, a lefty option out of the bullpen is always a good thing, no matter what. Having a lefty is key. Having a lefty option is even more key. Former Dodger. There it is, the 4th thing. And finally, eligible for the postseason because they picked him up. So there's your 5 reasons that I think Heaney is a sneaky good move for the Dodgers. And you could argue it. You could argue it all day long, right? And say, no, it's not. It's not a good move, Brad. Because all you're looking at when you say that to me is you're looking at the 5.39 going, well, look at his ERA. Could have been a couple bad outings. Look, he's been into 26 games, 5-10, 5.39, 120 innings pitched, only 84 strikeouts, 1.36 on the whip. But if you look at him, his numbers in 22, and you're like, well, that's 22. But could he recapture that? The Dodgers obviously see something in him. 110 Ks with 74 innings back in 22. So the strikeout rate was much better for Heaney. All right, so there you go. Expanded rosters for the Dodgers. That does change a little bit of things for it. Now the Dodgers get a couple extra players in the mix, and we're going to go over the latest roster changes after expansion for the Los Angeles Dodgers. 2 pages of pitchers. Let's talk about that. There's your guys you're looking at. You're going to war with these guys. 25 games left in the season, and these are the guys that you're going to battle with. These are the guys you're trusting in that position. And they're bullpen guys, Casparius, Banda, Jack Dreyer in that mix. You got Edgardo Henriquez, which I like what he's been doing. I think he's still got that 0 ERA. And then you got Kopech, who just got put in the mix. The other guys in there, Kershaw, he's a starter. Tyler, he's a starter as well. So that's page 1. I'm liking the looks of that. Having a solid page 1. You see the guys coming back. All right, let's talk about page 2 for the pitching. Tanner Scott, still don't know what to think about him. Hey, Emmett Sheehan, though. Hats off for Sheeny on his last performance, and he's just been getting better, too, as well. So Sheehan, like that. Blake Snell, Snellzilla, always representing. Blake Trinan, starting to find that Blake Trinan of the past. Robleski in the mix. He can go long-term, too, as well. 2 or 3 innings. Obviously, Yamamoto's a starter. And Kirby Yates back in business, too, as well. So that's the pitching that you're looking at for the Dodgers. Obviously, you can't really add Shohei to that mix because he is a catcher. Not a catcher. He is in the catchers and the two-way players. So if you look at that, that's how that works out. So Shohei doesn't get charged as an extra spot as a pitcher. So being a two-way player is super key because so many teams don't have that advantage. No other team has the advantage that the Dodgers do. Having Shohei be a team being a two-way player because he doesn't count against the roster of pitching. And if you go through it again, there's your guys. There's page 1. There's page 2. And you like what they're doing. You like what the Dodgers are doing. Bullpen back in good strength. A little concerned about Tanner Scott. I think there needs to be a bailout plan on that one for sure. So back to catchers, back to two-way players. There's Shohei on that, and then you got Dalton and Will Smith you're going to battle with. I think Dalton's trying to catch on at just the right time, so liking to see what he's been doing. And Will Smith, clutch. What's funny about if you talk to Dave Roberts about Will Smith and what he says, why is Will Smith so clutch in situations? Why is Will Smith the dude that you could freaking count on to go in there? And you know what Roberts says? Because he's able to slow his heart rate down. So Will Smith doesn't get caught up in the big moment, just is able to slow everything down, really get his eyes on the ball to be able to see what the pitcher's throwing, how to react to it. But the fact that he's able to calm the blood pressure, calm the nerves, slow the heart rate down, Robert said that's the key why he likes to use him in clutch situations when he has a day off and Dalton Rushing is playing. So it makes a lot of sense if you think about it. And you watch him, he's kind of sleepy at the plate in these massive situations. Like, look, that was the second pitch walk-off home run to take care of business for the Dodgers against Arizona. And that was just, if you look at him in the pitch before that, he doesn't feel the pressure at the moment. He's focused on task at hand is what he's trying to do. All right, let's get back into it. Let's talk about the outfielders. This is a sore subject, man, because it does not look good going into battle. If you look at this is why a lot of people are calling for Mookie to be back in right field, because if you look at the guys, what guys are you counting on in that group right now? And obviously Tommy Edman's not in the group right now, but your outfielders, Pages, he has been on point. Teo's been hit or miss. He's been actually, as of recent, just looking a little slow, looking like that how he's been playing, just looking like he's tired or something. I'm not sure. Justin Dean, he's just a defensive replacement, so you don't really have him for his bat. And then Conforto, we all know the Conforto syndrome with him in the mix. And then Alex Call. So if you look at this is the one thing that stands out is your outfielders, who you're going in there with. And yes, you could put Kim in there. Yes, when Tommy Tanks is back, he could get out there too as well. But that's who you're going to bat with right there. All right, let's talk infield, shall we? Well, there it is. We go, and look how it starts out. It starts out with Mookie at the top. So Mookie at the top right there, and that's why people are saying maybe you could move him. So now you have another outfield option, in case someone's not producing. And we've seen it before. Freeland, he's in the mix. He's trying to do the best he can to fill in, but, Muncy, needing Muncy back. Things don't look good for him. A little bit of a setback on Muncy. Freddie Freeman, and then you got Kike in that situation spot right there. But Kike can be moved to the outfield. He's already proven that. Hae-Sung Kim back, expanded rosters in the mix. And Miggy Rowe, big props to Miguel Rojas and what he has done as of recent for the Dodgers. I mean, that shows the veteran ability. And when that dude's done playing, he's definitely going to be a coach. Big fan of Miggy Rowe. Hey, that is going to do it. Dodgers Digest, another one in the book. Subscribe, like, turn on notifications. I'm Brad J. As you go through the day, just remember to think Dodger blue, and let's root on Kershaw for the win here today against the Pirates. Let's go. Let's go, Dodgers.